Dzień dobry, Anna. Okay, let's jump into it. Thank you for getting the correction. That's fantastic. And I'm very, very sorry for the delay. We've just got a lot of students with us at the moment. Usually we're getting the corrections done in 24 hours, but we've just got a bit of a backlog, so apologize for that. But dziękuję for getting the correction. It's great to see students dedicated, motivated, and willing to invest in the future and in their preparation. So let's have a look. The bar chart presents data on the number of Mexican, Canadian, and American tourists which are expected to visit 4 cities: London, Madrid, and Istanbul. 4, wasn't it? London, Madrid, Paris, and Istanbul in 2020. So just be careful there. Check for accuracy. Overall, the highest total number of tourists visiting these 4 cities is predicted to come from the USA, while Mexico will send the lowest number of them. Good. We can just say the lowest number, yeah? Furthermore, each country will have different most popular city. Okay. We'll have a different preferred city. Okay? As Madrid, Istanbul, and Paris will be chosen by most Mexicans, Canadians, and Americans respectively. Okay, so you've just said that each country is going to have its favorite city. Okay? Okay, now I understand. I was going to suggest that you mention that which preference each city has, each country has. You did, but it wasn't so clear. So I'd be a little bit more explicit there. And in fact, I wouldn't use the most preferred with respectively. Yeah? Respectively is more used with something like Americans' preference for visits was roughly 100,000, was it 100? Yeah, 100,000 for Paris, and then 80, 70, and 60 for London, Madrid, and Istanbul, respectively. Okay? Right then. So, in 2020, Paris will be the most popular city among American tourists with as much as 100,000 visits. Beautiful. In comparison, well done. Good to use comparisons. In comparison, this figure is expected to be roughly half, 70% smaller in Canada and Mexico, with about 45 and 30,000 each respectively. Okay, so there we could have used respectively. Istanbul would be the most popular destination in Canada for Canadians. Okay, try to avoid using the brackets, okay? You can use it once, but don't keep on using it. We want to show that we've got a variety of structures here, yeah? Istanbul will be the most popular destination for Canadians, comma, with around 70,000 visits. Okay. Full stop. The Turkish city will be the least favorite for Mexicans with only 20,000. Full stop. Okay? So well done. We can say it like that, and we can also say it like that. Yeah? I think this one is better, but when we do say it like that, remember to put a comma in. Yeah? Okay. And what I'm doing with the Turkish city, yeah? Because I've just mentioned Istanbul, I don't want to keep on repeating the city, and we can't say it because it might be a little bit confusing. We need to say the Turkish city. Okay, Madrid is expected to be the top destination for Mexican tourists in 2010, reaching slightly under 70,000 visits. Good. Remember your comma as well. It will be roughly 3 times more popular than London and Istanbul, 20,000 each. Beautiful. Okay, we could just say with about 20,000 each. London, however, will not be the most chosen city by any of the tourists presented in the countries, with between 20,000 brackets Mexico to 80,000 USA visits from each country. London, what about Mexicans to... okay. Let's see, London. Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So well done though there. We've chosen the exception. That's fantastic. We've London is the exception here because it's not the favourite by any country. We've successfully named the preferences of each country as well, so that's fantastic. I would have liked to have seen more comparisons with like whereas or while. Yep. Well done for using the superlatives, that's fantastic. We do need to work on the construction, so avoiding the brackets and perhaps some and better control of some of the fancier sentences. We've almost double with 3 times. So that was good, yeah, but we need to use these with a little bit more control. So we're on the right track. We just need to keep on improving and perfecting it. And I think the best way to perfect it is by just getting more feedback and testing out other different structures. So let's have a look at task 2. Since the beginning of globalization, because it's a general thing. Since the beginning of globalization, numerous companies have been selling their products in the international market. Good. Many people believe that international marketing is beneficial for the economy of both nations involved. Others argue that it might have a detrimental effect on local culture, and I agree. Super. Good start there. Good start. The companies that are selling their products or services worldwide are giving millions of people access to a wide range of customer goods in reasonable prices, according to many. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay. But maybe we could have said according to many at the beginning. According to many. Okay, the companies that are selling their products, yeah? Rather than just adding it on at the end as an afterthought. Start with that at the beginning. And instead of many, what could we say? Say according to numerous economists. Yeah? Sounds a little bit more academic than many. As a result, people in developing countries gain access to numerous products otherwise not available for them, and might use these products to further develop their own businesses. This has been, for example, Tanzanian farmers now have access to GPS technology to help them plan harvests more effectively. Yeah, put an example in there, support your point, develop your point, make it irrefutable, and then that's strong, persuasive academic writing. We go into more detail about this in the online course. Yeah? I saw as well that you've bought the Academic Task 1 course. If you do want to upgrade and get the sentence guide course, we can subtract that from your original purchase. Okay, I'll explain about that in a second. This is beneficial not only for the international companies which are selling this merchandise, but also for the development of the local economy. Okay? The local economy. Now, one thing, Anna, have a look online about articles, zero articles, definite articles, indefinite articles, all of this. And also do some online quizzes because you need to develop it. I know that Slavic writers, Russians as well, have issues with the articles. I see it every day, so it's definitely worth studying. Don't worry, you're not alone. Like I said, it happens practically to every single writer from this region. Now then, other people believe, and I agree. Yeah, can we say this a little bit more eloquently? Yeah, other people believe that international marketing can be hazardous to local cultures, as factory-made products sold by huge companies are introduced into the local market, where they compete with unique handmade products manufactured by local people. Okay, if local manufacturers lose in this competition, we will never be able to witness the beauty of these items again, even though they are an indispensable part of many countries' culture. Okay, that's good. That's good. So, the paragraph here is quite clear. It's quite straightforward from beginning to end, which is fantastic. The problem, though, is that, and we've done the same problem with this paragraph, okay? The problem here is that we're on the wrong topic. We're talking about international trade, especially here, and here as well. We're talking about like globalization of trade. So research online what international marketing is. Check, okay? Because this is a really important point for the Ielts, is getting it right, getting task response right. In the online course, we've got whole modules dedicated to this, okay? To conclude, even though many people may vary in their opinions, I deeply believe that international marketing is harmful to the culture of numerous, especially developing countries. That being said, the authorities ought to protect this culture from the invasive global companies. Yeah, okay, so your writing skills are really good. We do need to, like I said before, you do need to invest in more like feedback, either with us or another company, just to get somebody to help you and look over your work. Secondly, Anna, for your paragraphing and for your like task response and the other IELTS specific exam skills, the online course is going to help you considerably. Okay, because we've got paragraphs, we've got modules dedicated and focused entirely on this component. Okay, and it's it's a very fast process to improve. So what we can do is, when you get the online course, it's about $167. What we can do is transform your $39 that you've spent on the course already. We can give you the equivalent value in essay corrections, so it's probably about 4 essay corrections. Yeah, so it's like 2 task 1s and 2 task 2s. We'll add those on at the end of the course, and also, we'll add those on at the end of the course. Okay, and just remind us to do that. So have a look at the course and then let me know what you decide to do. Take care.